everyone, it's Sam here. So today I'm going to show you a card that I saw on Pinterest which Jan B had done, and she called it a Concertina Wow pop-up card. Now I made this during a YouTube live, and it was during the live that I was then informed that Inky Inspirations has made this card. So I'm going to pop all the information to Jan's and to Inky Inspirations. I did go and look at Inky Inspirations, and hers is a bigger version and then Jan's is a smaller version. So mine's 5x7, but if you want something bigger, then check out Inky Inspirations. And if you want something smaller, check out Jan B. But all the information will be there. So really fun style. I have kind of done one similar, but not. You'll know if you follow me in a minute when I show you. I've done a Christmas version as well, and I've got my matching envelope there. So why is it a wow card? Because when you open it up, you have this wonderful pop out. Now, some of you, like I said, you might recognise the top and the bottom. There is a card with pockets, little detail in it, and I will link it now. And that's similar to this kind of style because it was reminding people of something else. But also, I said if you were to pop maybe a few of these together, so ignore the card blank it's in, just focus on this piece, but stick maybe 5 together, and I think it would look like a carousel. And then you could put a hook and loop on the ends and you know, it can be attached that way, but I think it's really fun. You can see it all just folds back together like so. Got little springs on the side there, and you've got all your space on the back to write your message. No dies are needed, it's very easy, and of course you don't have to do it as a Christmas card. So let's get started. So the supplies I've used for this one was the lovely, in fact no, I've used this one, so it was the Cute Christmas for both. So you've got the lovely Robin image, and I just did reverse image stamping there, so you've got the opposite. And then for today I'm using the gorgeous Father Christmas, and again I've stamped him normally, and then I've done a reversed stamped image of him. I do have a tutorial about reverse stamping as well if you would like to see how that's done. If I remember, that will be linked as well. So I've gone for them. These are my topper stamps. You've also got this set here. I think the wreath would look really nice as well. Got the trees, the candy canes, super cute. And then for the words, so I've used my chunky alphabet, which you can see there, Joyful Wishes. And then I've used the papers from my Show-Stopping Christmas paper pack. So I used the florals for that card, and then for this one I have used the polka dots and the big dots there, and then this wonderful one which has the image of the Father Christmas there. I've already decorated my envelope, and I've got my wax seal Merry Christmas there as well. So like I said, this is a 5x7, so you want to cut yourself a piece of 10x7 or use a store-bought 5x7 card blank. Along that 10-inch side you're going to score at 5 inches. Okay, fold in half, and you've got your 5x7 card blank. Now I am using a lighter weight cardstock, so everything's about a 220. You can use heavier weight, but if you can, you know, you can imagine already that's using a lightweight, and you're looking at about 3/8 of an inch bulk there. Although it still does go in a normal envelope, but obviously if you're posting that, just bear that in mind because you have to pay a little bit extra. Then for this piece, I've already cut one side, but you want to cut yourself a piece of 9.5 by 6.5. Along the 9.5 side, you want to score at 4 3/4. Okay, so right down through the middle. Then fold it in half, and with the folded side in your scoreboard at 3 1/4, just bring your stylus down. If I use this one, just something, bring it down to the 1/2 inch mark, and just put a little indent, little mark in the card there. Put a pencil mark if you want, but that's at 3 1/4, but you're coming down 1/2 inch, and then do that, just roughly thereabouts. All right, and then open it up, and then pop it along an open side and put a marker at 1.5 and 5. You're now going to cut from the 1.5 up to that 1/2 inch mark, and then back down to your 5 inch. So you're removing this triangle. So I've already done this side. So this is what you want to achieve. So you can draw a pencil, you know, so you've got that triangle shape, and then follow that. If you've got some long scissors, it's only a couple of cuts. Like so. There we go. So now this is going to sit inside the card blank. So I've gone for the white against the red. So it really pops. Then you want your little kind of pop-ups. So these are just little concertina pieces which are behind. See them in there? And it just helps this lift off. So it looks like it's floating. So you want 4 pieces of 2 by 1.5. And along the 2 inch side, you're going to score at 1/2, 1 and 1.5. And then you're going to do a mountain, valley, mountain fold. So you just want a little M shape or W shape. You'll do that 4 times. Now, the size that you come in here. You can change if you want. I've done 1.5 because it's the same width as these pieces here, which I'll give you the measurements for, you know, the scoring in a minute. But you might want to do thinner strips at the top, so you might want to just come down 1 inch and come in 1 inch that side. You might want to come down 2 inches and just have a smaller triangle. You might want to bring this out a bit further. So you can play around with it. Now for the shape that I've done, I've created this template for the mats to go on top. So this is the pattern paper here. Let's bring these pieces in. Okay, so just place them down, but you can see how they're all going to sit in those sections. So what you want to do is cut yourself, I recommend doing the template first. This is a piece of heavyweight cardstock. Cut yourself a piece of 3 by 4.5. And along the long side, you want to come in 1/2 inch, just put a little mark. And then on the short side, bottom right here, come up 1.25 and just trim that bit away. So you've got this template. You can then use this on your pattern paper. So looking, you know, at the orientation, so this side here, for example, so I'd want my pattern the right way up, so I could sit that on there, draw around it, cut it out, place it there. Then for the piece up there, you just move this around. Again, if you've got directional, then a template will really help, like so, and then you just flip it over to do the one for that side. But I would say, you know, cut this and then use that to draw around. So I'll stick all those down on there in a moment. And then for the long strips, you want 2 pieces of 9 by 1.5. Obviously, if you change this, then you'll want them to be the same width. So that's 1.5 to sit on this piece, that's 1.5. If it was 1 here, then make sure this is 1, and so on. Along the 9 inch side, you want to score every 1.5 inch. So 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, and 7.5. And then you want to do a valley, mountain, and finish with a valley. Okay, so you'll have that shape. So I've gone for bloody ho ho ho, and it was funny because I was going to do ho ho bloody ho during the live, but it didn't work out obviously that way. And then a lovely member of the Mixed Up Crafters Facebook group uploaded a card and her style of this, which is wonderful. I'll put her name up, sorry I can't remember it as I'm filming, and she'd done this bloody ho ho ho, so I thought, right, that's what I'm going to do. So thank you for the inspiration. So you can see how that's going to go along the top and the bottom. So first of all, stick all of these pieces down. I'm going to stick this piece onto the front of my card. I'm going to keep it probably just plain with this actually. I probably won't have, I mean that one I've just put Merry Christmas, but I'm probably just going to keep that plain because these cards are designed to be displayed open. This is a piece of 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I'm going to stick that on and stick all those down. Okay, next we can stick down these strips here. So start with the first square here. So only the first and the last squares on each strip that you're going to stick down. So just run your glue over there, and then you want to line this up in that top corner. Make sure it's nice and straight. It won't meet, that's fine, it's not supposed to. Okay, and then again the same with the bottom one. Again, make sure it runs parallel with the bottom. And then just concertina fold them both down. Add your glue on top. I'll go through the little matte layers on top actually with the letters, I forgot. Well, they're 1.5 squares, so those are 1 1/4. I'll show you again in a minute. So like so, and then just close this over. Give it a second to grab, open it up, and then you can just wiggle those around if you need to, like so. So yeah, these red squares on top are 1 1/4, so you'll want 12 pieces. Then with these here, I'm going to add a bit of glue onto the outer side, doesn't matter which one, and then stick it roughly in the middle, and then do the same again on this one, and then do the same on the other side. Okay, so see how they're all attached, one at the top, one at the bottom on both sides, and now we can stick them inside here. So you want to sit this down so this sits on the centre fold. You should have a 1/4 inch at the top and the bottom. We'll do one side at a time. So I'm just going to run my glue over the other side, like so, and just hold that all in place there. Just make sure that's right up into that fold. Just make sure you just might have to push the springs down as you close it, like so. Now you could, if you want to, add a spine onto the side of this. So you might want to cut yourself a piece of, so this was 10 inches, you might want to do 10 1/4 and score in at 5 inches from both sides, so you've got a little 1/4 inch spine, and then that could account for the bulk and put it in a box envelope. Or you might want to do, you know, a thicker spine depending on how much the bulk is. So this is even more, actually, that's probably 1/2 inch. But like I said, it will still go in a normal envelope. I'll probably hand deliver these ones, so just bear that in mind. But you can see now how that side pops up, and stick with the colour that matches the card blanks, that way they're not really noticeable. And then again on this side here, so, and then again just make sure they both stick onto the back. And then cut yourself another piece of 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 for the back. And like I said, that's where you can write your message, or if you wanted to, there's no reason why you can't have your, you know, write a message in this space here. So you can see how nice it looks just like that. If you want to add some more decoration, so I've got to have Father Christmas. I'm going to have 2 Father Christmas just in that space there. So a little glue, top and bottom, just to tack that in place. So that is the finished card. I've added my piece on the back there as well. And now when you open it up, bloody ho, ho, ho. And I know that's not going to be for everyone. I'm not giving it to you. And you don't have to do it like that. So don't worry. If you want to do something that's a bit more traditional, then go with Joyful and Wishes. But I think they're great. Big shout out again to Jan B for doing it, and Inky Inspirations as well. Both really lovely cards and a fun style. So I hope this has given you some inspiration. I hope you like my take on it and my size. All the products that I've used, as always, will be shared in the description box below the video. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And check out the playlist that'll be coming up now as well for something else to watch. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.